Alright, everybody, welcome to, I guess a re-upload of a certain video. A video that was supposed to tell you of what DLCs that I think you should get and which ones really do matter, and I personally think you should get, like I just said. That video got taken down because people were complaining about the music being there, and the reason why I put it there is because I thought these recordings were boring without any other sound or anything when I was listening to it. But since nobody else cares about that really, we're just gonna go into this thing with no music at all and just me talking. Anyways, we're going to be going down here, and I'm going to be showing you some DLC that you got, or I think you guys should get. So, the first DLC, as you can see, there are many DLCs. Now, the ones with the N/A on them do not count. Those are an update. I don't know why they have these in here, but oh well. We're going to be taking a look at maybe 5 or 6 DLCs. So let's start off with the official soundtrack. Payday 2, the official soundtrack, will give you any music from the game so you can use it in your own personal time, and allows you to have in-game music. I think. I'm not entirely sure how it works. But with this, you can just have it, whenever you want. Note this does not support any other languages. This only supports English, I guess, so if you don't speak American or British, then you probably won't get it. Well, actually, there is really no words in this anyway, so. Anyways, these are all the track list that you will get. There you go. These are the masks that you will get. You'll get 4 masks, 4 materials, 4 patterns, and some other tracks. There you go. Now, the cool thing about this DLC is that even though if you bought this and new music comes out, depending on which music it is, you might already have it, because they will add additional music for this soundtrack, so you could buy it now for, what, $3, and you can get constant updates of music. If you are a huge fan of Simon Vicklin's music, I do recommend buying this. There are no achievements that you need for this, and we're going to go into that in a bit of certain achievements. But there's no achievements for this one. You just buy it, you get music, and you get constant updates for music, and you get 4 masks. If you really do like the soundtrack in the game, I do recommend it. But if you don't, then there's really no reason for you to buy this. Next, we'll be moving on to the Armored Transport DLC. What I consider to be the first DLC. I don't really count the soundtrack because it's not a huge in-game thing. But we're going on to the Armored Transport. Payday 2, the Armored Transport is a reference to the movie Heat, as you can see here. There you go. If you never saw the movie Heat. Anyways, this DLC includes a couple of heists called the Armored Transports. This includes, off the top of my head, Crossroads, Underpass, Park, and Downtown. Those are all the ones I can currently remember. And I think there's like Dockyard or something. And you get another heist, but we'll go into that into a bit. And you get 3 guns. You get the Commander 553, I'm pretty sure is what it is. Not a bad gun. It's alright. It's up to you if you want to use it. You get the classic Swedish K, which is not a bad gun now, but it's still not the best. And the Gerber Cruise. Now, to tell you which guns are best, the Commando 5553 is actually a pretty good loud gun. The Swedish K is good for both. Loud and stealth, and the Gerber Cruise is probably the best for stealth. It has one of the lowest concealments that you can get at 30, which is the lowest you can actually have for any gun in the secondary. I'm not sure. Actually, you can get it in primaries. But yeah, it's actually a pretty good pistol for stealth. For loud, it's alright. I know it used to be really good for Death Wish, if you got it with the right modifications, and if you were general MC. You also get 4 masks, the presidential mask. This is also a reference, a maybe reference to Point Break. Point Break was a movie that had Keanu Reeves, and it was about these bank robbers who are also or these surfers that were also bank robbers, and they would wear presidential masks. Nixon, let's see, can't remember. There one's Reagan, and some 2 others I can't remember. But this is sort of like that in Payday 2. So you get Barack Obama, which he's not an ex-president. George Bush, which he is. Clinton, Bill Clinton, of course, is a ex-president. And then there's Richard Nixon, which is the only one that really comes from the movie. Makes a return. These are also masks in Pay the Heist if you get to the level 145 level, which unlocks a new difficulty, and the presidential masks. And you also get a hockey heat mask, but you can just get that mask by joining the community. And you also get these achievements here. Some of them are free, and some of them you actually have to pay for the DLC. Next, now in a recent update during spring break, Overkill decided to make Train Heist, which was actually a secret heist in this, where you would have to find a piece of paper, and then it would unlock Train Heist into a second day. Overkill decided to the thing about this is I got really confused on why they did it, because technically it's not a second day. You have to trigger it. It's not a, predetermined second day, but whatever. This DLC now includes an additional heist, the train heist, that can now be a standalone heist. And if you do pick up the paper, it will have no effect. I think you'll just get the achievement, and you'll move on your way. So that's it for this DLC. Worth it. I must say, for any heist DLCs, it's entirely up to you. It does have some few great guns in it. Some cool masks, and the heists are very difficult in a way, but if you have a strong team, you can probably complete it on Death Wish. So I always recommend you have at least 1 friend or 2 friends to buy heist DLCs, and you buy guns or any other DLC you want to buy. Like I said, heist DLCs are completely optional. Next, we'll be moving on to the Gage Weapon Pack 1, I believe. Yes, I do recommend this pretty strongly. Oops. Clicked on not interested for some odd reason. Anyway, Gage Weapon Pack 1. The reason why I always recommend this one is for the fact that it adds grenades. Grenades are a helpful little third slot, I guess, where you can throw grenades and you can kill a bunch of enemies. Though, here's a hidden trick, or not really hidden, but a few people actually know, and a lot of people who are kind of experts or pros at this game know that if you throw a grenade at a dozer, it will stun them, so then you can pull out your gun and just shoot them to death in the faceplate, or the face. And it makes it easier to take out bulldozers. But you only have 3 of these. And it also unlocks the grenade case, which you can only get by buying this DLC. Like with the grenades and the 3 guns that we're going to go into, like right now. You get the Eagle Heavy Rifle, which used to be one of the worst guns in the game, but it wasn't too bad, but was considered one of the worst guns. Now it's a bit better. They buffed it really much after the rebalance update, and it's not too bad now. Still low ammo, but it's kind of like the AMR 16. Just a bit not as good, but yeah, it's alright gun. The Spec Ops submachine gun is also pretty good. Nice, I think, ammo and damage for what you're getting with it. And the Signature .44, which is honestly, in my opinion, one of my favorite pistols, revolvers, even though revolvers count into the pistol family. It's a separate pistol, I'm saying, but it's a pretty good pistol. You also get 4 masks. The let's see, one of these are Arnold, Chuck. These are all based off of movie actors' names. So you got a goat, bald eagle, I think a bulldogs, I think, and a panda. And then you get a bunch of achievements, which also either can be unlocked by yourself or not. This DLC I always recommend because it adds a few new weapons, you know. Always like to have a few weapons, test them out, see how you can make them better, and ultimately make them a good gun. What also makes this DLC great is for the fact that it adds grenades. Grenades are probably one of the most important throwables in the game. To be honest, dynamite is just an alternative. Let's see. The Molotovs are also pretty good, but I mean, it's just opinion wise. I mean, I don't use them as much, but I've heard they're pretty good. Next, we're going to be going on to, let's see, the Merry Payday Christmas soundtrack. Let's see, we've gotten up to 4, so we're going to go into the Gage Weapon Pack 2, and then we're going to be heading off, and then I'm going to be showing you a build that I think is pretty good. I haven't tested out yet, but hopefully I can get that video up. Anyways, Payday 2, a Merry Payday Christmas soundtrack. This soundtrack was an idea from Elmir and Simon Vicklin. Simon Vicklin did the music, you know, all the instruments and everything, and they got Old Hoxton, or Pete Gold as the voice actor, to do all the singing. So yeah, if you don't like Pete Gold or Hoxton or any of Simon Vicklin's music, there's literally no reason for you to buy this, unless if you want to get an achievement. Now, this soundtrack contains, I think, about 24 songs, I think? No, 14. If you don't count the instrumental ones, that includes 8. And if you don't count the Simon Vicklin's American version of If It Has to Be Christmas, then you get 7, actually 6. You get 6 songs, an intro, and some instrumentals if you want to try and sing yourself. Also, with this, it gives you 3 masks: the Surprise Santa, Furious Santa, and Guilty Santa, as I like to call it. With these masks, you can actually earn an achievement. The achievement is to do Go Bank with all the Santa masks and, you know, Happy Santa, Furious Santa, etc., and complete the heist. Now, good thing is, if you're wondering, well, my friends have to buy it, or they don't have money, so I have to buy the multiple copies. No need. The Season of Giving. 3 acts of soundtracks to give away. So you have the opportunity to actually give your friends 3 of the soundtracks so they can actually get that achievement too, and also enjoy the music. So it's pretty good. Also, you can make your own karaoke, whatever. So, yeah, if you want to earn an achievement and, well, be in the season of Christmas, which is around the corner during this time, I recommend doing that. But if you don't like the music and you just want it solely for the achievement, then pick this up during a sale or something. Actually, pick up any of these DLCs during a sale, but just keep in mind that some of these DLCs you should pick up now, like the Gage Weapon Pack 1, just because it adds the grenades and weapons. Next, though I really do enjoy this DLC. Next, we're going to go on to the Gage Weapon Pack 2. Will be the final one that we'll be doing today. This one is I like to call it the Gage Weapon Pack LMGs. This one adds 3 LMGs, 4 melee weapons, and 4 masks. And also adds cloakers, though that was a free feature, so you don't actually have to pay for cloakers. Which, I mean, we wish we could all pay for cloakers, because then we wouldn't have to pay for them. So the return of the cloaker, that doesn't matter. And then you get 3 LMGs. You get the RPK, which is probably maybe the worst one to have, next to the new KSP-58, the Brenner, and the KSP. The KSP is probably considered one of the best LMGs, except for the Buzzsaw, but we're going to go into that in a later date. You also get 4 melee weapons and 4 masks, and pretty much a bunch of achievements. So this one you don't really need, but if you like to be a heavy kind of guy, like enforcer. If you're heavily enforcer and you like to have the LMG, you know, walking out into a bank, you have the Brenner, you're just shooting up everybody. I do recommend this DLC for those people. If you're more of a silent type of guy and don't really care about this, then you probably don't want to pick up this DLC. It's mainly for LMG heavy duty kind of players. It's not for the stealth players really. And if you're just... Now, the only reason to pick this up if you're a stealth player, if you want to get the achievements. But if you don't want to get the achievements, then you don't have to buy this DLC, to be honest. So, yeah. If you don't like LMGs, then don't pick up this DLC. And if you like to be more stealth, or you're more of an assault rifle, or a sniper, or an SMG, or a pistol guy, and you don't, like LMGs, then don't pick up this DLC. Simple as that. And that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching this. Hopefully I gave you some ones that I do recommend. We're just going to give a quick recap here. The official soundtrack is for players who really enjoy Simon Vicklin's music. And I recommend all these DLC I recommend picking up at a sale. But if you really want to support Overkill and, support Simon, which I'm not sure if you can at this point because he's not part of it. So I think you'd just be supporting Overkill. But anyways, if you really do like Simon Vicklin's music and want to get those 4 masks, then I recommend picking this up. I really do enjoy the soundtrack. One of my favorite favorite music soundtracks. Or soundtracks to be honest. In a game. Next, Armored Transport. Armored Transport is really just for those players who want to have a heist, new heists, new guns, new masks, new achievements. So if you're a player looking for achievements, pick that up. But if you're more of a stealth player, you might only want to pick this up for the Gerber Cruise. So you probably want to get it during on a sale. For those players who like to go loud and just shoot up a lot of people and get money while on the road, kind of, then I recommend picking up this DLC, and I find this pretty fun actually. My favorite would probably have to be Downtown because of the little bridges that they have on there. Pretty fun. Gage Weapon Pack 1. I always recommend this DLC first, kind of. I recommend it's one of the DLCs you should pick up at the beginning because it adds the grenade feature. The reason why you want the grenades is because if you're doing a loud heist, you want to throw a grenade and take out, a bulldozer. And if you're complaining if you're a stealth player, then don't pick up this DLC if you want, but it has some also great weapons for stealth, like the Gerber, not the Gerber Coups, actually there isn't any weapons in here that I think are good for stealth, so never mind. But this is just for players who want grenades and want more loud guns. You can also try and make them a stealth weapon, which I can try and figure out how to make a stealth weapon and a loud weapon. But this is mainly for the stealth, or for the loud players. Now, if you're a stealth player and you're like, oh, well, I want a throwable for stealth, you have the infamy card. So join the community and get those infamy cards. So, yeah. Next, the Merry Payday Christmas soundtrack. This one is really if you just like Christmas music, if you like Pete Gold, if you like Gold Hoxton, if you like Simon Vicklin's music, if you're interested in Santa Mass, if you're interested in gaining achievement, then those are all the reasons to get this. If you have certain reasons of why you don't want to get this, like you don't really like the music, but you just want the achievements, then pick it up during a sale. If it does go on sale, which I bet it will, then pick this one up for the achievements or for the masks if you don't like the music. And if you don't like any of that, then don't pick up this DLC. Simple as that. And the Gage Weapon Pack 2, or the LMG pack as I like to call it, is for more heavy-duty kind of players, more enforcer-type players. If you're not a stealth person, then don't pick up this DLC. Just saying. And I think that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if it took too long. Next, we'll be taking a look at some of the other DLCs like Gage My Courier Pack, Sniper Pack, Big Bank, and Shotgun and Assault Pack. But that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please check out some other videos on the channel. If you like this video, please leave a like. I'll see you in the next video, which you might actually enjoy if you are, let's say, a CSGO player. Let's just say that. Anyways, thanks guys for watching this video, and as always, have fun.